What's going on, everybody? George Osei back at it again with another video. This time we're going to talk about my boy Donnie T. His immigration policy outside of the wall has been highly suspect. 100 days went by. We still are in the Ukraine war. Uh, there doesn't seem to be any resolve with Israel and Palestine. And now we taking on refugees from South Africa. Let's have some fun with this though. This is the reaction is quite interesting. This is someone on the left who I'm not familiar with them, but I see them often. I could say that these people did not care about the immigration issues when Joe Nicholslick was in office. But I'm only highlighting this because of this comment here. The MAGAs are the dumbest people on earth. And he has a lot of evidence because you click on this, John. All right. Can you see that? I hope so. You have people here asking Gronk, the AI master or demon of Twitter, if Alex's claims are all correct. Now, I found this funny because when you're debating somebody, you have to go to the AI demons. This is what you look like. You look like someone that does not understand what's happening. And if you scroll down, Grok is not giving the Trump supporters any love. They're backing up Alex's claims. Like you keep scrolling down, they're fishing. They're fishing, man. They're like, yo, there had to been something going on here. And so this leads us to the South Africans now. Can y'all see this? Look at these South African refugees right here. They look like they're on vacation. Now, who are these people? Hmm. Apparently, there has been I think it may have been an executive order or some call to action where we are going to take on thousands. I mean, thousands. Excuse me. But they're all being vetted to see who are these people. Now, these 50 people right here were vetted. And I have this suspicion that I think they're here to replace the Walmart whites. You see, these group here, they're well off. And they're South African. Elon, South African. Peter Thiel, South African. And the left is right with some of the criticisms with Trump, where he's going to look out for his friends. And he looks at Elon and Peter as his friends. So it would not surprise me if he said, hey, y'all helped out. What do y'all want? Free our people. bring them to America so they can have a shot. And I think what we're viewing is a version of something that happened in the past. Now, I may have did a video about this many moons ago about, hold on, here it is. The privileged past. It was a long video. Here's me. Happened to every community. And we're seeing that today. You're seeing the news clippings and the headlines that you have immigrants getting buku loads of cash, buying up property, cleaning out grocery stores, and not even black neighborhoods. These are in the white neighborhoods, the blue collar neighborhoods. The white man's in survival mode. What are they going to do? Are they going to uphold the same government that has set precedents that oppression is definitely on the table? Or will they rebel? But black people are not going to help them. We're just going to tell them, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Anyway, I don't know, but there was a time period in America where these welfare benefits were given to immigrants to allow them to, you know, reach that American dream faster than the Americans that are already here. Then once they got that power, they kind of lifted the ladder up, so to speak. And in the video I'm looking for, which I found, I'll just have to go through it. I'll probably edit it, post. Damn, this won't suck. But in that video, it showed how the government used these welfare systems to give immigrants benefits so they can succeed. And I think that's what's going to happen today. These immigrants will get benefits. And I think it's going to be very similar to Operation Paperclip, which is where America at the end of World War II had the choice of looking at these Nazi scientists and thinkers and wealth. And instead of throwing their goofy asses in jail or worse, they were like on some invincible shit. They're too valuable to waste. So we're going to think of a reason to bring them over here. Now, the people brought over entered our education system, kindergarten, German. They also influence our space program, NASA. So essentially, these people came to America and elevated it to levels much higher than we've ever seen before. And it seems like we've plateaued. And I think they want to do it again. But what industry will they change 20 years from now? I suspect blue collar work. They're somehow going to revamp blue collar work. I don't know how they're going to do it, but until then, if you see one of these South Africans at Home Depot, are you going to try to hire them? I wouldn't. they look a little too clean. At least this crop, they look a little too clean for my liking. At least the Mexicans had a little bit of dirt on them. You can be like, can you change the oil on my car? See, Poppy. But we have more stuff here though, because when it comes to the whites, I'm always interested as how white people deal with white people. So I found this lady here. Yeah, this lady right here. Um, I think that's Karen right here. Yeah, we got Karen. Let's hear her out.
I think you've already landed here. And I know that some of the folks who met you at
Hold up, let me rewind this. Okay.
the white Afrikaners who are coming to the United States. I think you've already landed here. And I know that some of the folks who met you at the airport told you, welcome, we're so glad you're here. Most of us aren't glad you're here. Okay.
Here we go. She right.
We don't want you here. We never wanted you here. And furthermore, I noticed they're going to settle you in Idaho, Ohio, and North Carolina. I will tell you, they're not our finest states. So there's
She cooking. She talk about these refugees like they black people though.
they're a good fit for you. I understand that many of you are farmers, and I've seen a lot of people say, oh, that's great. We need more farmers. Sorry to say, we don't. We actually need farm workers because we've deported most of them. So if you can, put your picking hat on and think about, picking.
The picking hat. Oh my God. Don't you love this place?
Produce, that's largely probably what you're going to be doing here because I hear you don't have a lot of skills. I would also say that you're not going to have to hold just one job, but probably two or three to make up for your quality of life that you had back in South Africa. There will be no servants working for $2 a day. There's none of that here. So you're the servant who's working for $2 a day. So enjoy that. You're gonna have to pay for your health care, and ordinarily, because you're a refugee who's being discriminated against, you would go on Medicaid. But guess what? The Republicans just cut Medicaid. So I don't think you're going to have that option for healthcare. So maybe you'll do without. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. I did notice that the Episcopalian Church had a program with the government where they would, excuse me, they would resettle and help, refugees resettle. They find you all to be so onerous, they terminated the partnership with the government. And they said, yeah, we won't be resettling those folks. Other things that you need to know about. While we are 58% white here in the United States, that's not going to last much longer. Within the next couple of years, we're going to be the minority, which will be fun for you because that's what you're used to. Interestingly enough, we have a ton of Latinos. We're the second largest Spanish-speaking country in the world. So for you, if you could stop speaking that dirty, guttural, whatever it is, German, French,
That white ebonics.
Dutch thing that you speak, that Afrikaans, nobody wants to hear that shit. So you can speak English or you can speak Spanish, which is really the second language here. In terms of other things that you need to know about, the black people in this country, they don't get fucked with, okay? I know that there's a long legacy of colonialism and all kinds of stuff happening in your country, but our black folks have sort of been through the fire, if you will, and they're not going to be fucked with. So you're the minority here. Enjoy. I really hope you like your time here. I'm going to bet my ass that you're going to be booking it back to SA probably within the next 12 months. Have a great day. This video is for the
Ooh. Yo, shout out to Karen, bro. Oh man. So yeah, what genocide were these people talking about? See, according to Gronk, did I see that was the other one? Damn. I don't. Um. Yeah, man. I'm not buying the genocide story. Really not. Like I said earlier, I think this is a. They're gonna revamp something. You know, 'cause Americans here, we're not making babies either. You know, our birth rate is declining like crazy. Like, if we don't pull this move right here, the boomers will be gone within the next 20 years. America's population will drastically decline. And most Americans are dumb as hell. So these foreigners, they're gonna change America in the next 20 years. No doubt about that. But why do people think there was a genocide? The only evidence I've seen has been a song. So a song got these people fleeing. So I gotta agree with Karen. They're not gonna last long if a song is gonna have them fleeing like this. But I haven't heard the song. Where am I? We'll pull it up. At least a clip of it. Uh, and then I think we'll be done with this shit.
Farmer, to kill, shoot to kill. Yamasa, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Pa, pa, shoot to kill.
This ain't it. There ain't even no beat. Is South Africa even a real place? These niggas is high stepping. I think Trump fell for this shit. I'm not convinced of this genocide. Oh boy. Hey man, you gotta take an L somewhere, right? This was not good. Mm-mm. This song is what they really. Oh my god, these people, man. I was gonna talk about black fatigue, but the conservative cousins fatigue. They fall and they ride for everything. Just be honest, man. Take the L. It's okay. You'll get a W. Trust me. All right. I think I'm done with this. Well, we'll see how this goes. Wherever you see this, do the thing.